Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make an easy panettone. This is an Italian Christmas sweetbread with a very light and fluffy texture with lemon and orange flavors and raisins soaked in rum and apple juice. It is delicious, so let's get started. Traditionally, you would bake this in a tall round pan or a panettone mold, but I've tried that in the past and it didn't cook all the way through. So I'm using a bundt pan this time instead. Generously grease the inside of the pan with softened butter and set it aside for now. To make the dough, in a small bowl, add in the warm milk. It should be around 100 degrees. Active dry yeast and sugar. Beat them well. And set aside to let the yeast activate. Meanwhile, in the bowl of a stand mixer or a large bowl, and you can use an electric hand mixer if you don't have a stand mixer, add in more sugar, softened butter, and vanilla extract, and beat them on medium speed for a few minutes until light and smooth. Scrape down the sides if needed. Lightly beat the eggs. Make sure they're at room temperature. Add them a little at a time into the creamed butter and sugar mixture, mixing really well after each addition. And scrape down the sides when needed. Then grate in the lemon zest. Always wash citrus fruits if you're going to be using the zest. And make sure you're only grating the yellow parts and not the white, because the white part will make it taste bitter. And grate in the orange zest. And mix them in until they're combined. Then in a medium bowl, add in the flour and salt. Mix them together and add it into the rest of the mixture, along with the yeast mixture, which should be very foamy right now. Mix them until combined. Then continue mixing on low speed for another 10 to 15 minutes until the mixture gets lighter and thicker. This should be the consistency of thick cake batter. It shouldn't be a bread dough consistency, so don't add more flour. Mix it by hand to combine all the ingredients. Cover it tightly in plastic wrap and let it rise in a warm place for 2 hours or until it's doubled in size. If you like, you can make this the night before or up to 3 days before and let it rise in the fridge, and it will develop even more flavor over time. Just take it out of the fridge and leave it in a warm place for at least an hour to let it come back to room temperature. When the dough is just about ready, in a small saucepan, add in the raisins. I'm using golden raisins because that's all I have right now. Rum extract and apple juice. Place the saucepan onto the stove over low heat and heat until the raisins absorb most of the liquid, stirring it occasionally. Then remove it from the heat and set it aside to cool. Place the raisin dough back onto the stand mixer and mix the dough to get rid of all the air. Then add in the soaked raisins and candied orange and lemon peel and mix them in until combined. Pour the mixture into the prepared pan. Smooth and level the top. Wrap it tightly in plastic wrap. And let it rise in a warm place for 45 minutes to an hour until it has risen almost to the top of the pan. Meanwhile, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Once the dough has risen, remove the plastic wrap. Beat together the egg white and powdered sugar in a small bowl. And gently brush the top of the dough with it, and it will give the bread a nice brown color when it bakes. Keep in mind that the top of this will be the bottom when it comes out of the pan, so if you want, you can skip this step. And bake it in the oven for 40 to 50 minutes until the top is nicely browned and it reaches an internal temperature of 190 degrees or above. When it's done, remove it from the oven. And to make sure it doesn't deflate too much as it's cooling, turn it upside down to cool. Once it's cooled completely, flip it back over. Run a butter knife around the edges to loosen it from the pan. And turn it out of the pan onto your serving plate. And if you like, dust it with powdered sugar. And then it's ready to serve. And that's how to make an easy panettone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give this video a like and check out my channel for many more videos and subscribe to my channel for more to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.